Hello, welcome to ALW Collectibles. Today we're going to be taking a jump back into the world of Transformers 1 with the latest figure release for this set from Transformers Studio Series. This is Sentinel Prime. And I'm going to say it, I like this figure. This is a very nice upgrade for this figure from the general release. I was pretty impressed with it, to be honest. And I really do have a lot of good things to say about this figure. But in my own opinion, I got a couple quirks with it that we're going to take a look at during the review. Having said that, here he is. Of course, he comes packaged in robot mode, but I like to go from alt or vehicle mode to robot mode with my transformations, and that's what we're going to do again. Having said that, here we go. And of course, this is what you get with the package. You get Sentinel Prime himself, his blast shield, two laser cannons, his instruction sheet, and that photo on there. That looks really cool. Pretty cool looking. There he is. Really sharp looking. The molding on this one, I think, is very good. Not putting down the general release, but just for an upgrade into a studio series, I thought it was a nice little catch. Having said that, let's take a look at what comes with this thing. Seriously, you get the shield, which is done in a pink color. It's painted pink. It's cast gray. It's got some nice molding on it, front and back. You see the weapons can attach here, and this can attach to Sentinel himself. And you can attach it in his jet mode via this peg on the back here and that port. And then you get two left and right of the guns. Cast in gray. You got a 5mm port there and a peg right here on the side. Nothing over the top. They will attach to him in this mode per the instructions. You want to make sure you're using that peg on the side as he's already starting to transform to that port. One and two. And that is Sentinel in his jet mode, armored up. Unfortunately, the only thing I'm really not a fan of is you can see where everything is located on this figure. Everything. The top, fantastic. You flip them over. Hi, how are you? Nice to see you. But yeah, so that's him armored up. We're going to take a look at him unarmored in a second. You can have these guns up on the top of the shield as well. One. So you don't have to have him side of his head or nose cone. So let's take all that off and we'll revisit that when we transform him. And there is Sentinel Prime. And like I said, the molding is nice. I really do like the molding on this. Gives it some nice depth right up in here, especially around the cockpit. Colors, in my opinion, look really nice together. The only ones that stand out, though, are these gray pieces back here. And then you come to, we can find you. We can find everything. We know where everything's located here. Arms, chest, crotch, head. So they're interesting. But overall, if you just keep them like this, looks really sharp. And I just thought the way they designed it looked really slimlined. In the show, you don't really see him in this mode, which I wish we did. I think it would have been a really nice view. But having said all that, yeah, Of course, the bio for it. Anybody who hasn't seen the movie, I don't want to spoil things, but I'm going to give you who he is. Sentinel Prime is the main antagonist of Transformers One. He is the betrayer of the 13 Primes and is the reason for Megatron turning so evil, according to the movie, for his betrayal. He's the anger of Megatron, basically. Nice way I can put that without trying to ruin a lot. But yeah, so let's get the transformation. And the transformation for this is kind of fun. You're going to push these down. You're going to come to the bottom here where the arms clip in and just pop these loose. And what I learned to do is just get these out of my way because it makes life so much easier with this guy. And then I swing this on the double hinge up. Okay. Up to the back. And this clips in right there. And these pegs I found are tight. And then I just bring these out of my way by angling them back. So that gets rid of all this out of my way now. Next, I separate the back from the legs. Like so. Bring his toe forward. Bring this gray piece back. I flip it in. Bring the toe forward. Gray piece back. Flip the jet engine in. And that is his legs. Next, we're going to come to the top. There's a peg here, a port here. We're going to fold this on this double hinge. Actually, I just made a mistake. Yes, I did. Leave it to me. All right, so we're going to fold this piece first. So actually, I got to get these out of my way. I mistransformed those. That flips up like so. There we go. There we go. All right, so that was my bad. I flipped this whole piece and I shouldn't have. It flips up on this hinge and then it flips flat like so. And then this folds over it and it clips like so. I don't know why I just did that. And then, yeah, these go back where I had them. One, and clip back into place. Two. Next, we're going to take where these hinges are on the side, bring it up. That's going to clip onto one side. That's going to clip onto the other. We're going to take this part of the arm and just slide it back down to expose his hand, and the other side to expose the other hand. Set his wings in the back. And there is Sentinel Prime in robot form. And like I said, I like the upgrade. I think that looks really good. So let's take a look at this guy. He's got the silver face with the light blue eyes, gold on the side of his mouth, or head, I should say, part of his helmet. I like how these come up on the side. Chest actually looks like it can open. You can see if it could store the transformation cog in there. That'll get to that in a minute. And I just like the way this is all just, it comes together so nicely. The abdomen into the bottom part of the body. It looks like it flows. It doesn't look really choppy. So I like that. It looks really sharp. Paint colors are very close to the TV show, to the movie. I'm very sorry for calling it a show. I'm going to bother me later when I say that. I watched this in review. To the movie, gold and black for the knees. You got light blue on the thighs, chins, I'm sorry. My brain is not working for words. You do have two 5 millimeter pegs right here. Bolt on the side of the leg. Got another 5 millimeter peg right here. It's really cool. So articulation, head will go all the way around and will lean back. Can't see a thing I just did. Head will go all the way around. Will lean back. Shoulder all the way around. Not really much up and down. In and out here. There is bicep and elbow. Nothing at the wrist. Coming to the back, you can set the wings. You can move these around. So just for that waist, will go all the way around. It's actually okay big boot because of the way this is designed right here. It gets in the way. Back boot because of his backpack. Out. Thigh rotation. Knee. Ankle on this thing is impressive. It separates from this piece and you get a nice ankle and tilt on the toe. Really cool. We can armor him up. He can fold these. And this is going to plug into either forearm. Like so. I will say this, the stabilization on this figure is impressive. So I spun this thing around pretty good earlier, and he was able to stand. So I'm already has a plus in my book. Quick comparison. The general release and the studio release side by side. Pull that in a little. You can see the upgrades, and for general release, I thought the general release was cool. But for the studio series, I'm happy they went in the direction they did. We're going to take you out for a minute. We can do one more thing with this guy. And this is what I thought was really cool. Let's take off all his weapons. And let's get him ready for the final battle with Megatron. Come to this side panel. I'm going to open that. Bring out that. Close. And now this panel does not want to open. Come on. There we go. Open and close. Come up to his shoulder. Bring this up. Bring the cannon out. Bring it back down. Bring this up. Out. Back down. Now you're going to take the forearms and slide them back down again, which gives him his blasters. And we have one more piece. This centerpiece here, where the gold is, where in the movie he had his transformation cog. Opens, and there's a little blue piece of plastic. If you tilt the head back and bring it up, that is his battle mask. I wish there was another way they had stored that, and they could have put a transformation cog design in there. I think that would have just put this figure completely over the top. We close that. We armor up his shield again, taking these pieces like that so that they're aiming like that. 1 and 2. Plug that back on. And you now have armored up, battle ready. Set his back. Sentinel Prime. And that is a nice little addition. I I saw photos of it. I had kind of a mediocre expectation, but in my opinion, that topped it. I thought this was a really cool addition how they set it up so you can really armor him up. Now you can really see your before and after. That is really nice. And he's still posable in this mode. You turn the head, shoulders. It doesn't affect any mobility. So, yeah, I liked it. I really got a kick out of this. And like I said, the posability with this thing is just very impressive. And so stabilization. And most of my figures I've done at this point would have gone flying. So it looks really cool. So having said all that, I've been trying to give these a scale again of what I thought they deserve for ratings. I really give this one a solid 8.5, almost a full 9, I would say. Most of my complaints are things I wish they'd done a little different, such as the battle mask. Maybe design these cannons a little bit better so there's not a large gap up here, or had a piece of plastic to slide down just to fill that in because I'm not a fan of that gap. But other than that, I think like the cannons are a nice addition. I think that looks really sharp. The cannons on the legs in this mode, and it just looks really nice. Even with the backpack and how this is designed to where you can rearrange it and set it, I just think it looks really sharp in robot mode. Having said all that, this has been ALW Collectibles. If you like what you see, hit the like button, subscribe if you wish. Comments are always welcome. I want to say thank you to all the channel subscribers. I appreciate it very much. More content heading your way. I've got some turtle videos with crossover with the Power Rangers. I have quite a few more pre uh, pre Cybertron Transformers coming down the pike. I am going to start reviewing some Bloki figures I have, courtesy of my son who bought me some. My wife bought me some, and I ended up having to buy quite a few myself because I thought they were really cool. Having said all that, I appreciate everybody. Thank you very much. I'm going to get ready for another review, and Sentinel is going to go betray the 13 and try to take over Cybertron. You have a good day.